Hi and welcome to Solar FPV. My name is Anas, and today, well, it's going to be totally different than what I normally do here on the channel. But a friend of mine, I'm getting into mobile cell phone repair because I'm good at building drones. So, I mean, soldering small electronics and stuff. So I thought I might as well start learning how to pry open and repair phones. The Mobile 6, which I wrote a little comment in my last video, is taken apart because it needed to dry because I crashed it in the snow. Lucky enough, it's still alive. It can still record HD. It was like about 20 centimeters deep in the snow, melting down because of the heat of the board, and it's still alive. Amazing. So I guess it's been conformal coated. I just need to put it back together again. And I'll be doing that later. But today it's all about the cell phone. It's a Samsung. I've taken it apart. I bought a set of tools to pry it open. Been watching lots of videos, getting acquainted with some of the techniques that you need to know to pry open a phone. So the main secret is to heat up the screen. And I just put it on a piece of baking paper, like for baking cookies, with the screen down on it and on top of a radiator for about 20-25 minutes until the screen was really nice and hot. And then I used the suction cup here to carefully pry open from the bottom and not the top, because you see there's a ribbon cable here. And let me just be careful. This is what it actually looks like, the screen. There's a ribbon cable here. It ripped. I don't know why it was ripped. This has been opened before. So it ripped right there. It's been ripped right there. I can't really make out if there's anything wrong with that. It doesn't look like any traces go from that and into the actual screen. Well, it does actually. So I'm gonna need a new ribbon cable for the screen, otherwise it's not gonna work. So I'm also gonna have to take off the screen somehow without breaking this, and that's really tricky. I have nails, but you can also use something like this. Here we go. Just have to be really careful. This would be a lot easier, of course, if I'd put it on the radiator, but I think it's doable without. I'm just gonna check if it did loosen up enough for me to be able to do this. Let's be really careful here. Get this up. It might need a totally new screen. Here we go. I've already bought some of this. So okay, that's gonna dry this. Like, there's water here. Screen has actually taken damage. Oh, this is some oil, of course. Yeah, the screen has taken some damage. I can see. You can see this crack here. So, and this board. Yeah. So this thing needs a new screen. Maybe if I'm lucky, I have another Samsung here that I can pry open, and maybe I can get the screen, because all he's interested in is basically just opening up the phone and plugging it into a computer. We don't actually need the screen though for that, but plugging it into the computer, well, yeah, you need the screen because you need to unlock the telephone, of course. So yeah, so I'm gonna have to search online for a new screen for the Samsung, see how much it costs, and order that, and wait for it to arrive, I guess. And also a new one of these, because that took some damage there. That has taken some damage there. Yeah, not much else to say. It's been totally taken apart. All the cameras are click. You can click them off, put them in this anti-static bag. But for you to see it, it's like a little plug right there. So this phone, as you can see, there are loads of little plugs here. There, I unplugged the battery. That was very important to do first. Now this, I'm just gonna leave this here. I'm actually gonna put the screen back down onto it so that I know where it is, and this goes this way around. Lining up the phone with the screen can be a bit difficult, but doable. So yeah, so I need a few more parts for this to actually work. I guess the oily substance between the screen and this is so that the finger thing works. That's just, I mean, I'm not educated in this, but I'm working on, getting better as I go. It was pretty easy to take it apart without damaging anything too much. Got all the screws here. All I'm gonna have to do now is pack this away in a storage box with all the parts and wait for the parts to come. Because the main thing why I wanted to take this one apart, and the issue with the phone is this. The USB plug is worn down. Don't know if you can see that. It's broken off inside. There is nothing. There's nothing on the inside. And so that needs to be changed. I've already ordered that, but now I can see that the screen is busted, so I'm going to have to order a screen as well for this to work. Unless I can take the screen from this. So that's probably going to be in another project video. I'm going to do this again. Luckily I have some old phones to practice on, so I can get better at repairing phones. And yeah. Not much else to say. I'm not going to go flying. Sorry about that. I'm not going to go flying today. It's windy and it's snow everywhere, so that's not going to happen. But yeah, I hope you thought this was interesting as well. You need some basic tools, obviously, to open up a phone like this, and I must say that I'm very satisfied with this spatula thing and this for lifting up things, and the other end. I think those were the only two I really used. I didn't need to use the opening tool at all. I did use this a bit to get some of the tape lodged off, because it is taped around the side. And I also used one of these. It looks like a pickup for guitar, and pretty much is. Yeah, and then I've obviously brushed everything off, all the dust, also from the cameras. It's good to do. Dust is obviously most of the time a killer for lots of these electronic things. But yeah, stay tuned for more, and thank you for watching. I hope this was kind of useful in any way. I'm really happy with this mat. This thing like makes this whole stuff a lot more easy to do. Yeah. See you in the next one, and thank you for watching again, and fly hard if you can go flying.